with the white glove to give us the, everybody please rise and. Join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If anybody has your phone, please turn it to silent. All right. Let's get going here. First up. Approve the minutes.
Move to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard. Motion carried. All right. Next up, motion to approve the bills.
Make
Pay
a
the
mo-
bills.
make a motion that we authorize the payment of the bills for fiscal year 2026-27 from the A fund vouchers number 395 through 496 in the amount of $280,126.16. From the F and G fund vouchers number 132 through 156 in the amount of $23,316.44. From the T and A fund vouchers 18 and 19 in the amount of $19,894.03.
Can I have a second?
I'll a second.
Discussion, I just want to mention that the A fund is large vouchers, but that consists of $171,469 of miscellaneous insurances that we pay for the year. So that's why that number is so large this month. All right, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None heard. Motion carried. Report on the offices. So we'll start with cemetery. Okay.
Move to accept the cemetery report.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None heard. Codes.
I will make a motion to accept the code report.
Okay, can I have a second?
Second.
Discussion, we have had a couple complaints come in through our reported complaint. That is down right now, and we do have some information, but I don't want to put that out right now. So if you submitted a complaint and you want a follow-up, please email or call the office and we will do that. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None heard? Carried. DPW.
Move to accept the DPW report.
Okay. Can I have a second?
I will second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard? Motion carried. Fire department.
Move to accept the fire department report.
Can I have a second?
Second.
In discussion, I just want to mention that Homer Fire Department lost a 50-year member, Charlie Ford Sr. It is with our deepest condolences to the family on his passing. Serving the community for 5 decades. It's exceptional, and we wish the family Godspeed. Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard. Motion carried. Police department.
Move to accept the police department report.
Can I have a second?
Second. Sure.
All right, the only other discussion is for those that maybe did not see it on the Facebook or in the Cortland Standard. Our police department continues to do great work with our wildlife.
Yes.
Rescued a juvenile bald eagle, which is now safely in DEC control. So with that,
It might be time to start adding that to their incident list.
yeah, we might have to add that to the incident list. This is,
It might be in the next month, because this is from June, so.
yeah, well, we have the
They were,
snapping.
they were saving turtles then.
Yeah, we were
Yes.
saving turtles and
Snapping
geese.
turtles.
So now we're up to
Guns before that.
skunks before that. So we're up to golden eagles. We're moving up in the endangered species list.
There we go.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None heard. Motion carried. Recreation. I accept a motion to accept the recreation report.
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None heard. Carried. Water and sewer.
Move to accept the water and sewer report.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All right, discussion. We did have a pump that burned out. Keith is getting quotes on replacement. Our standby pump is being utilized right now, so there's no interruption in service. But the cost it'll be up there. So we're just waiting to get some quotes. So we'll probably have that for the second meeting. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? None heard. Okay, next up, we have privilege of the floor. And who would like to go first?
Visitors.
Reed.
All look at each other.
Yeah, Reed, I'm calling you out to go first.
Yeah, it's good to be here, everybody. Happy summer. It's good to see all of you. Sent you my my report earlier this evening, so just want to walk you through a couple things there. In June, the legislature had a pretty robust discussion about creating an economic development reserve fund. It was a good good discussion. I think it's the right move for us to do with the host community agreements. I think everybody here is familiar with those. We just received our first one. So monies from that, future monies are gonna be allocated towards that reserve fund for economic development projects. Where I would like to see it go, I think we need to be a little bit more, I think we need to have a definition, as broad as it might be, for what economic development goals are. In Cortland County, we've got a strategic plan that we spent a lot of time putting together several years ago, so if it's in alignment with the principles outlined there, I think that'd be good. But, you know, I think it's a good step forward to making sure we have some funding set aside for the economic development projects we want to do in Cortland. Just, we need to define a little bit more what that is. It's been great to get out into the village on my listening tour, been joined a couple of times by Trustee Obste, so thank you for that. It's always better to greet folks with two people instead of one and really working together, you know, village, town, county, all of us together. It looks and feels really good to do. So if anybody else, you know, is willing to join me, would welcome your company, any Saturday, or if it rains, a Sunday, following. So if we haven't hit your door or your porch yet, we'll be hitting it later in the summer. We'll be hitting, all the streets, all the roads in the district. And, I included a little bit of feedback in that memo to you of some things that we've received. Just kind of a broad overview. I think you can probably guess the number one concern, far and away, has been the issue of roundabouts. There's a lot of concern and a lot of negative reactions out there, and I think understandably so across the board. So I commend the village for doing what you're doing and trying to get as much information to constituents as you can, and I know you're doing that, so commend you on that, and, you know, keep doing that, because I think people have got a lot of questions out there as to what's coming and what's gonna happen. And lastly, you know, we're on a recess for the month of July. Everybody knows how I feel about it. I don't think we need to rehash that. But it is what it is. I remain active, as active as I possibly can with my listening tour and other things I'm doing. I'll be donating my salary this month to charity because I voted against the vacation resolution, and since I voted against that, I want to put my money where my mouth is. So gonna be donating that, because I don't think it's right that we're gonna be, you know, on recess, not pushing formal business forward at the legislature. We still we still get paid for that, so. Gonna be donating that and, a couple other things, outlined in this memo, we got a lot of housing projects going on in the county that we had an update on at the ag committee, meeting in June, so those projects are outlined there for you to see exactly what's going on and where. Other than that, that's all I got for you at this time. Anybody have any questions for me?
Thanks. Oh, go ahead.
Reed, can you remind me what the HCA is?
Host community agreement?
Yeah, what was that again?
That's, I actually got a.
The
great-
Airbnb? or-
No, that's with
short
the,
term.
with the solar projects.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay,
And I got a great packet from Melanie Velarde, that she passed out, to us at the ag committee night. I'm happy to send that to all of you. It outlines a good, it's new to me as well, or was new, and I'm still coming to understand them more and how they differentiate from pilots. But it's a good packet. I'll send it to you.
got it.
And I'm gonna go over to Lindsay, because I don't have you as beautification. Do you have anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my volunteers and I walked around last weekend or a couple weekends ago, we walked all over Palmer and looked at everyone's gardens, pictures and notes. We're meeting, later this week to discuss who the winners are gonna be. We're coming up on starting our fall project, like just getting it going. We'd like to do the community garden expansion. We've had a lot of people, call into the clerk's office and ask for more plots that are available. So.
And we're all booked up, aren't we?
And we're all at
Exactly.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, and I spoke with a contact at Portland, United Way, and they were really excited to kind of make this a volunteer day and make a big event out of it. So
Great.
we're working on that.
Thanks, Lindsay. And I will get you on the agenda as under the committee. It's been so long since we've had somebody, so thank you for doing this and rejuvenating that. Okay. Anybody else for privilege of the floor? Mr. Patriarca.
Thank you for the time, and I won't take a lot of time, but I thought for a project that's been going on since 1991. Give you a quick update on where we stood. We're actually, since Eric Barton, Jerry Contento and I were involved there, it's still been a long period of time, longer than we thought, but we have prepped the site. We are we partially have foundations in, we have materials coming in. Probably not next week, but the following week, we'll pour the first foundation and start putting the first unit up. So we're really excited about that. We're doing to coincide with the great event this weekend, this Saturday, we're doing an open house. And hopefully people want to come down and take a look at what we've got. Yes.
You have to forgive me, just joined the board.
Oh,
What
I'm-
project is it?
Burbrook Flats,
Okay,
the
thank you.
housing development we have out on Ella.
Oh.
So, right across from 141 North Main Street. We
Okay.
have a street, but we don't really have a street yet, so,
Gotcha.
but it's coming through. We're pretty excited to finally get going on it. We're happy that things are really moving along as they will. One thing too, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that even through all the trials and tribulations that we had and went through, one thing that was consistent through this entire time, and that's the thing that Jerry and Eric and I wanted to emphasize as much, is the folks that we worked on in this village were phenomenal. From previous mayor to our current mayor, to Dan and his crew here, but the code people, with Kevin and people helping behind when he wasn't there. Phil at the DPW and Keith in water and sewer. Absolutely phenomenal people to work with, worked in partnership. And that's unusual to say from a development perspective, you never hear that. But I will tell you that's the case. We wanted to say thank you for that and tell you that it's actually happening now. It's actually moving forward, so we're very excited. We hope the open house goes well and we really start moving, but we want to get building and really get going, so. Thank you very much for all your support, everything you folks have done behind it, and we hope it'll really come out well as I believe it will, so. Thank you.
Thanks, Vince. Yeah, this has been one of those things where it's been a project long in the waiting. Great to see it going. I'd like to say it was totally altruistic on our point, but we're also looking at the increased tax base. But also, looking at housing, it was mentioned before, we have a housing shortage and hopefully this will start to take some of that pressure off. Great, thank you very much, Vincent.
Thank you.
All right, anybody else for, yes, sir.
Bill Kulikowski, Miller Drive,
Nice to meet you.
and I'd like to hand these out. and I
Please.
help a little bit explain why I'm here. So. And I'll let you take 30 seconds or so to read those.
Okay,
Look, read those. You've already know if anybody
Yeah.
wants to read it.
I'm just proposing the woods were right on 41.
Bill, did you have enough for?
I don't, that's all the copies
Okay,
have.
so if Dan or Lily needs.
I thought maybe some people could
Yeah,
share.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't need these back,
Right.
but I thought it might be easier to have you read it
Yeah.
quick and then I can go into my spiel.
Okay,
Okay?
Yep.
All right, so for years I've been talking the talk and now I decided to walk the walk and I walk around the village a lot. Route 41 is a disaster as far as speeding goes. I only addressed coming in, but as you'll see, as I talk to people, especially on Clinton Street, after people turn from 281, they're gunning it so that they're already 55 at Suits and Miller. There's a lot of kids starting to pop up in the neighborhood. The people that bought the the people bought the Suits house had 3 kids. Fisher's down on our street, 4 or 5 kids. And 2 or 3 on Suits that, have kind of coming into the neighborhood.
I'm just gonna ask you to move
I'm
just a
sorry.
little bit, or actually,
Yeah.
just,
All right, so anyway, so they expressed both directions. I gotta be honest with you, I was coming back from the Seneca Falls, Auburn area. And I got to that 40 and I go, geez, it's, they give you 2 warning signs, which I would say 90% of the people do not obey. And then right at the bottom of the hill is the 30 for the village. I went above and beyond in my first suggestion. I really wasn't figuring that was a good op, but I thought number 2, because whenever I go into Skinny Atlas or I go into Fabius, when that sign flashes red, your speed 37, whoa, I slow down because I don't want any problems. Okay, so I thought that would be a good option, as I might think they're mostly solar powered. So it shouldn't cost anything other than the device. I know you've had one on 281 as a not a permanent one, but that, it's always like not in my backyard. So, people that probably live on Main Street, big deal. But now that we're in that area, and I do walk every day, and to get across, many times of doing this to tractor trailers, and I'll get a horn all the way to the light or other obscene gestures of why I think that they should be slowing down.
Do you want to
Okay.
mention what you, what class I took from you in high school?
Driver education.
It's a very long history
There's
of
another one.
educating drivers in the area.
Not in Mr. Maxon
Yes.
also. Okay, but it really has become a concern. I was a little bit more surprised. The people on Clinton Street really came up with some other ideas, as I said earlier, leaving the village, but they also, and actually the Fisher family, what about sidewalks on one side of the street? It's in the village. Why wouldn't that be a good option? In my opinion, Homer needs a reputation. Years and years ago, the reputation was do not speed in Dryden. They'll get you.
Yes.
I had a couple kids that went to Ithaca College. I usually diverted around there. I refereed a lot over in the southern tier, and I made sure whatever you did, you obeyed the speed limit. And I think Homer needs a reputation also. It's something that I really think needs to be addressed immediately, to the best that you can. I know sometimes the state comes involved when you do things, but, inside the village, we're hoping that, that this will be something. And also, Ned was nice enough to come from, Suits. Would you like?
Well, with everything he said, plus. Traffic's just growing more and more all the time. And therefore that enters into the dangers of it, obviously, but. But they have drag races going out of town, going up 41 all the time.
And the noise.
Yeah, the noise is kind of a nuisance, but the safety aspect of it is just. Couple of things happened during the winter, truck ran off the road or whatever, but otherwise nothing serious. I'm just hoping that. We don't have a disaster on our hands. I mean, these trucks come down off 41. They are not anywhere near 30 miles an hour when they cross our streets. And they've got a couple, like a long block after that before they get to the light. It's just amazing the speed that they're carrying through there. I wish they could slow them down at the top of that plateau before it starts to decline into town. At least that way they'd know up there, well, there's devices down there or whatever, I better be slowing down. But
Yeah.
It's
And I
quite
did have
dangerous.
some, just any questions on so far. I don't mean to be much longer, but.
Now you take as much time as you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then I submit for you over 70 names on petition. I'll present
Thank you
to
very much.
That incorporates Miller, Suits, Ferndale, Brentwood, and 41. I didn't go beyond that much because my main goal was 50. But as I kept going to, you better see so-and-so, they'll sign it. And I didn't even get half of it, like, would you like to read? No, give it to me, I'll sign it. So it is a real concern. And I also have one more thing for you. Lucy Morrow, 2 Miller Drive, which screws up every FedEx and Amazon driver, because they turn on the Miller and her house is 2 Miller, but it faces 41. They drive around the circle. Then they go over 41 to Suits Ave and up, and then you see them come back. She is given a written permission for Homer police, troopers, or sheriffs to sit in her driveway any time of the day, night, and she is begging for people, police officers to sit there. As a matter of fact, we have a police officer on Miller Drive who's also on signed that petition. So I'd like to hope that I could get some feedback from the board. And if I get some relatively quick response on your thoughts, I might, run it off and put it to the people that signed the petition. So because a lot of them said, let me know what happens. Any questions or comments?
Where's the sheriff live?
I'm sorry,
Where's the sheriff live?
right across
on
from,
Miller. Why doesn't he park his car in her driveway?
he parks it, well, he parks it in his driveway, but you can't see it coming down the hill. You can't see it coming down the hill.
The reason Fabius got the signs they got is because the guy that really fought hard was actually an Onondaga County Department of Transportation employee. Before he retired, he petitioned the county and the state to get those signs permanently put in Fabius.
And they work. I see that thing flash
The
red,
county and the state.
and I go back, I go that
It's a state
route.
highway, even in the village.
We were just
Verizon has-
talking about this issue last meeting, sorry, about putting up devices. Folks in other parts of the village are also.
Sure, I know it was in the Homer News about the town addressing some concerns that people had, but I figured maybe that's a different entity in the village, maybe in consortium with the town, but it might be something you have to submit.
The town and the village, we work together whenever we can. It's
Okay.
just best for all the taxpayers and it's best for the residents of both the town and the village. So we've already discussed the possibility of them lending us that for a while, once they get it calibrated and they get it set for what they needed to do. We are also looking at getting you're familiar with the sign, what it does is it tracks speed and number of vehicles. So you can actually get an accurate assessment of the number of vehicles that are speeding through the area.
Okay.
So they have problem areas too. So they're going to attack those. We are going to look at that and see how it works for them before we commit any funds to getting our own, but the town has said that they are willing to share with us. So we will do that.
So this is a portable thing?
This is a
You're thinking
portable-
It'll be moving around? I would
Yes.
much rather have a permanent,
Well,
or go next step might be.
right,
But
we'll-
they use
we'll-
it
we'll-
as a study, right?
Yeah.
this is used as a study, it's
Right.
not. So
That's
it
the one
gives-
that's gonna give you the clicks of speeder.
right.
Yeah.
And that
I
helps
could
us,
ask you ahead of time.
Yeah.
Put one on my street.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
really becoming a cut through or something, I guess.
Oh, soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
Suits is just like, where are these people going?
Yeah,
These are not my neighbors.
yeah, and what that does is that helps us build a case to
Okay,
go to the state and say, look, this is the data. All right, we can prove it. This is not
Right.
more than
makes sense. Sure.
calibrated eyeballs
Sure.
thinking something.
Sure.
So, then there's also, I was talking with Chief Pittman. Like if you've come down the road into Dryden, coming from Ithaca down the hill into Dryden, it's got that flashing thing, says
Yeah,
what your speed
yeah,
is.
yeah.
We're gonna be looking at pricing some of those out, the locations. We do know somebody at the, traffic safety, at the state. And so we will contact her about this and the petition. So when you go back, you can say a couple things. One, we are gonna work in conjunction with the town to track the speeders, so we can start gathering data. We are gonna talk to our regional safety, our regional traffic safety
Coordinator.
coordinator, all right, and we will talk with her about bringing this up. For sidewalks, we need to have the homeowner has to have permission, give permission to have the sidewalk because it goes on their property. So I think sidewalks would be great, but a lot of times when we say we would like to have sidewalks here, that's when we have property owners saying,
You need a sign up, basically.
yeah, and a lot of times in some of the other areas we wanted to put sidewalks, they've said. No, thank you. And so we can't,
Well, I didn't bring that up in my petition, but everybody on the south side of 41. Every one of them said, and oh, by the way, mention sidewalks, so I don't think you'd get a problem. Starting with Henry Steck's house on the corner
Mhm.
and going right along, cause there's one gentleman that lives the second house from 281. Was pretty livid, cause his dog was hit and killed by somebody that came around and gunned it. And the one time his dog left the neighborhood, lawn, hit and took off, just kept going. So I don't think you'd get much pushback from people on that side of the road, but of course, that's something you have to ask or the proper channels.
Yeah.
There's actually a human path on the north side.
On your side,
Yeah,
the suit
on our
side side,
You've probably seen it.
yeah,
I
I,
can tell people walk through there all the time.
okay, yeah. Yeah.
Another thing with right now, is that you can tell your neighbors is just to give this information to the chief. And to express that 70 people in the neighborhood have seen a real safety issue in their neighborhood. They've signed the petition and they'd like the Homer Police to put an extra effort into patrols there for speeding. To see if that can have a more immediate impact, because sometimes, you're.
Well, that, I mean, that was,
Yeah,
I'm planning on doing that anyway.
Yeah.
Cause it is a police matter.
yeah, no, that, I mean, again, the petition is also for Mr. Pittman, but Lucy again said, I've told them many times and I haven't seen them in years. Park in my driveway and monitor, and again, the word gets out, you come into Homer, you better mind your P's and Q's
so
or
Bill,
speed limit.
yeah, so we have our new attorney, he's on Zoom right now, so Noah, we will be talking about this, okay? Yeah, gotta be, I appreciate Lucy,
Lucy.
fervor, but we gotta make sure we do it,
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
so-
but again, she wanted to be here tonight, she couldn't, but she said, can I write something, so.
absolutely.
I think that was about what
That's it.
we had, the only other thing that the people, and I had no, it wasn't involved. Set me straight. Do you have an answer? Is there gonna be a traffic circle at 41 and 281?
Okay, officially, they have not made a decision yet.
Okay,
Unofficially, this is looking pretty inevitable, and it's not a decision that we get to make.
I understand.
But there's going to be a public hearing
Oh, my-
coming up in either the end of October or November. And trust me, we will let everybody know when this public hearing is gonna be, so everybody who wants to can attend and voice their thoughts at that meeting.
Now, and the reason I bring it up is because people did ask me, but then just this weekend, I was getting a signature and they said, oh, no, it's done, not going in. Henry Steck's son said, nope, it's done, they're not doing it. And I said, well, I don't know if they're doing it, they're not doing it. 2 years ago, I called the state and they said, let us know when you know. I'm saying, geez, you're the ones that, and are they thinking about one at Route 92?
Yes, they are.
Okay, I mean, that's a mess that they did there. Trying to come from the high school north, one guy turning left doesn't get in the intersection. Forget it, you know that, but, okay, so it's not a done deal, but more inevitable than not.
We will keep everybody informed as we know, as the situation develops.
Okay,
So that
We
you
will
can
keep-
voice your.
Yes.
You know what I think, Bill? I think they're gonna call you out of retirement to train people on how to help.
Exactly.
you gotta do
Go around the
traffic circles.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
When the
God.
circle goes in, you'll know because Homer Fire Department will be there for a long time, picking up the tractor trailers, that won't slow down.
Good. Well, I don't want any,
They won't be able to make that turn the way they want.
oh, that, I know, well, I
Like,
mean,
kind of slow
school
down.
buses, but.
One other, wasn't there, was it county, there was a money for the road or was it city of Cortland? The road safety money that just got,
City of Corp,
was city, okay, never mind.
$237,000.
Yeah, I thought it was county.
Well, if you have any communication, you can always get to me at 5 Miller Drive. Either a phone call or but for years, I've been yapping, yelling, making gestures for people to slow down
You
and
got my attention.
I got his attention and
I
he's
was
on
doing
our
I
side.
hear, slow down. I said, that's gotta be Bill.
Thank you for your time and,
All of your
Thank you.
time
Thank
knocking on
you,
the
Bill.
doors.
yeah, thank you
Yeah.
guys.
You've got our
Thank you.
attention. So-
Okay,
Yeah.
great, glad to hear that.
Thank you very much.
All right, I think, anybody else on, privilege of the floor?
Good.
Okay, can somebody hand me back? Yeah, I want to keep those all together.
Yes.
Thanks. All right. Old business, I don't see anything under Tim.
Couple things, speaking of cameras. Last year, those cameras that got bought, some grand, it wasn't on the board. Why weren't they installed?
Out of money. Short answer, out of money.
My understanding was. Talking to. the Chief of police that the grant they got there was for the cameras and installed.
Short answer, Tim, there's no more money to install them. So what we're looking at is we're looking at another grant. And we are going to include the installation of the new cameras on that grant.
I guess I don't understand fully on grants, but if you're getting grants and that money should have been. Delegated to put those cameras up, not spending anything else. Isn't that what a grant's about? You get the money, you spend, you get the cameras come in. You got that money's there, you put the cameras up, put that money. Isn't that how a grant works?
Generally, but there's more to it, and I don't have all the information at this time because you're kind of dropping it on me right now. So we will research that and we will put it under old business or the next meeting in July. Well, you won't be there for that one, so unless you're on Zoom.
Try to, it's just. Would have been helpful for, at least down here the other day when that guy ran over the sidewalk and everything, and her brother, they wanted cameras to see. That's how it got brought back up again, that they're sitting over there in storage.
My guess is with inflation being how it's been over the last several years, is they just ran out of money purchasing the cameras. So when you submit the grant for a certain amount, things go up.
There's more to it than that,
Okay.
but it's just, I'm not prepared to go into a level of detail right now. That would be satisfactory. So, we will discuss it.
We'll discuss it later, but the NIPA grant was for LED conversions and everything else, and it was a multi-year, multifaceted project. Of which some departments said, oh, maybe we can add to this, maybe we can add to that. And there was no definitive scope here, no definitive scope there. And there's, in the NIPA grant, there's many reviews that from National Grid to the New York Power Authority to us, all kinds of things. So lots of scope got kind of flittered away in the review process and or the decision-making process of, well, we finished with the LEDs, we want to continue, everything else. And NIPA towards the end said, village, we need to close this project up.
So it wasn't just cameras only. This was a multifaceted grant. So, but we'll go into that more next time. Anything else, Tim?
The Little League Park playground, is that our old business or we discussed it?
The new playground, that would be under old business.
I speak on behalf of
Oh, yeah.
I did some. Number one, I went up there, looked at the park, there is a nice spot for it, they have. Between the two little kids' fields and, standing there watching. And looking and talking to the president of the league and watching those kids run. Ape ball. They were climbing over the nets, I mean, it would be. Something to go. I went down and was talking to Andrew about some other stuff, we got talking about that, and we got talking about the contract, I do have copies of the contract. There's really nothing the recreation department's involved in this contract between the Little League and the Village of Homer. This is all DPW, Village and Little. So he said, I have no problem with any of it, going forward with that, but reading, him and I went over this whole, have the contract to him. At this time, I feel there's no need to stop the grant. Dan sent some stuff off today. Cause you understand what I thought, you couldn't get a hold of something from back from these emails and you got it today. And I asked Lisa, I said, Lisa, is that the one you were gonna get? She said, yeah, so he has the information, I have no problem. Can we move forward tonight, or is it gotta table farther? Because the deadline is August 8th.
We're moving forward. We've got a meeting with the representative from the grant. Is it next week?
So 30th,
June 30th.
July.
July 30th. July
They
30th.
missed that one.
Yeah. So we're moving forward. It's not, there's a progress to this and we're moving forward. All right.
Yeah, I just don't want, I mean, I got some stuff, I just don't wanna see this stop to it, it's so short deadline to get this grant in.
Anything else, Tim? All right. Does anybody else have anything under old business? All right.
No.
New business. We need to provide a joint committee member for the Greater Tompkins Community Municipal Health Insurance Consortium, and you can see here what it entails. Okay. Melissa has volunteered to take the position. I think that would be a good call because it provides continuity, and a lot of times she's the one that's the face with all of our employees having to deal with this.
Melissa or Mary?
Melissa.
Okay.
Mary Ellen is on the board. She cannot be on the board and also,
That's what I was
This.
trying to clarify.
So-
Okay.
now, if any of y'all want this, I take that under consideration as well. However, given the fact that Melissa deals with this on a day-to-day basis,
Yeah.
just about, I think she would be an excellent candidate for this.
I feel more comfortable.
So I make the motion,
Yes, I do.
I'll make the motion that we allow this, Alyssa Marshall to do it.
Okay, can I have a
Representative or whatever word you look for.
right, can I have a second?
I will second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
I,
Any opposed? None heard, motion carried. All right. I do have one thing here before we go into comments by the attorney and board members. All right. Our tree budget in the first quarter is bust.
Yes.
All right, we, with the tax increase and cutting our budget, we, no pun intended, cut our tree budget pretty drastically. And with some damage and some safety issues on the green, that has pushed us over our tree budget of $10,000 by $5,000. So we are currently $5,000 in the hole on our tree budget. That being said, any trees will have to be extreme emergent before we go in and do something. Okay? All right,
Reading Mother Nature, aren't you?
I know, I
Speaking of
know.
Mother Nature, who's responsible for a tree that fell in the river? Who owns the village, who owns the property behind the other side of the river behind the firehouse?
That is owned by a private citizen.
do we need to revise the budget?
We will make a budget, amendment,
Okay.
later. Okay, Mary Ellen is going through and finishing up some things, so we are caught up with our A fund through the first quarter. And looking, as we're playing around with some Williamson things, we can see our revenues and expenses by number, by month. And so I will pass these around, you guys can take a look. There, excuse me, like I mentioned earlier, I want to get this into something that's easier to read as a bar graph and kind of goes above, but those are the numbers by month, by closed out month. So, all right. All right, Noah. Comments by our attorney.
Well, I'm excited to be here on my first official meeting. So I wanted to let you guys all know that I have decided to do office hours on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10:30 to 12:30. So I will be physically at the municipal building for those hours to meet with people whenever things come up. And those will be designated only for the Village of Homer matters. I'm exclusively available for that stuff. I obviously am available other times whenever I'm needed, but those times are exclusive to the village. They're booked out for me. So, if people need to meet with me or talk about something, I will be available during those times. And if not, just reach out to me and we can schedule a time to meet about things at another day.
Can you recap what those were?
Yeah, so Mondays and Wednesdays from 10:30 to 12:30.
Cool.
And that will be starting on Monday, not tomorrow.
Okay.
Give yourself a day or two.
Yeah, I already had things scheduled for tomorrow, so
Thanks, Noah.
Thank you.
thank you guys.
All right, comments by board members. Mike.
I guess just a reminder to all the parents who get their kids e-bikes. You're responsible for what your child does on an e-bike. So I was walking down the sidewalk and a kid zipped by, probably couldn't have been more than 10. He looked like he was going about 25 miles an hour on an e-bike. And I had to jump out of the way. So I worry about some of our older citizens who maybe can't hear an e-bike approaching, maybe can't react as quickly. And so I just want to remind parents that
you could be civilly and criminally responsible for things that your kid does on a bike that goes too fast.
Those kids zip into the road too.
Oh, they do.
Include those scooter things like the kids stand on it. I was going
Okay.
to Grand out the firehouse the other day. I also saw this thing blinking at me. I go, what the hell is coming down this side of the road?
Wow.
I go, is that one of those bikes? And it wasn't a bike because he was standing up on that thing. It was on the wrong side of the road in the middle of the lane. Or
Yeah, the wrong
you would
side
pull
of
it
the
out,
road's
you would-
bad.
anyone was would have hit him.
Yeah.
Right, just haven't saw that blink light, so.
Yeah, if you're looking this way for traffic and you're pulling out of a driveway and somebody is zipping by faster than you expect, heading the opposite direction. Again, who's gonna be liable there? The person on the device.
Alright, okay. Liz?
I think the only is I'm looking forward to the Holiday in Homer on Saturday. So
Yeah.
checking out the junk around the tank. Always entertaining, but
Are you gonna be in?
no, thank God.
Tim? Deputy Mayor?
Nothing for me tonight, thank you.
Alright, you guys know I always got.
Oh,
those. So to
Follow up.
follow up with Liz. Holiday in Homer, this 18th, the 18th. And I will be there at the information desk from 12 to 2. So if you need some information or you just wanna talk, I'll be there. Tomorrow, the 2026 rabies vaccination clinics at the Cortland County Office Building. That's July 15th, that's tomorrow. All right, let's see what else we got in here. And after that, we've got the Route 90 garage sale on the 25th of July, which starts essentially on the 24th.
Yes, it starts on the Friday.
Yeah,
And
and
it's listed on Facebook as the 25th, 26th.
Yes.
yeah, well,
but
they
it-
always start on Friday. You always get everybody.
Sometimes Thursday.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you start Thursday, but it is actually officially down to 25th and 26th, which is Friday, Saturday.
yeah. That's the official. The
No, the
unofficial.
official is Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, the unofficial.
The unofficial is Thursday, Friday, possibly Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
Cool, we wait till Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
But also keep an eye from a
So you
traffic
buy free
standpoint.
stuff.
yeah.
It's a busy street.
Yeah, so Route 90 will be a busy street. Locals know to avoid it at this time. All right, let's see. There's we already kind of covered things from the town board meeting. Today, village employees got their sexual harassment prevention training and workplace violence training. So if you were not able to attend, make sure we get your certificate from where you did attend, or I will provide copies so you guys can attend. All right, speaking of our regional traffic engineer. We are going to be. So not everything about the traffic circles has been bad. We did get a request. Andrew, actually, do you want to talk about that, Andrew, since you kind of started that?
Is this the 20-mile-an-hour sign?
This is the
Yeah.
relocating the northbound school speed limit sign, yes.
Yeah, in front of my office, the 20-mile-per-hour school speed limit sign. I had noticed it traveling north into the village that it's tucked behind several signs, crosswalk sign, Route 11, Route 90, Route 41, I believe. So there were several signs there, and I guess the state followed up and agreed that it could be in a better location.
Wow.
So-
Good job getting the state recognized.
So we got the verification that they are going to do that. So this came about because we were doing department heads meeting with about the traffic circles, and this was great initiative and great results.
Can I double dip? I just popped on to remind everybody that tomorrow night, one of our popular bands, the Ageless Jazz Band, is on the Village Green tomorrow night. If that wasn't mentioned, and also Thursday night, weather permitting, movies on the green also.
What's the movie for this Thursday, Andrew?
This Thursday is the SpongeBob movie, which I have never seen. Sponge on the Run.
So
Like it.
that was part of my things is that, we've got music on the green and movies on the green. So utilize it, get out there. All right.
It's been fantastic. this
Yes.
summer. I've been enjoying Wednesdays.
Streets that are going to get paved this year are Water Street, Hudson Street, and North Williams Street. Those are the three. Okay. And that is all I have for that. We will need to go into executive session.
Yeah, those. I had a few people ask what streets are being, is that gonna be put out? The general public don't know.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I talked with Phil today. We ran some numbers. We're good. So those are the streets and we'll put it out in the Homer News too. All right. Questions from the media? Really?
Yeah, see, they knocked down a house over there.
That was the unroom.
Yes.
That was the, so if you're on Facebook or if you're tracking on that, it's sad. But this is one of those cases where we had been tracking this building for a while. And the previous owner just would not give it up. And it took a lot of arm bending to even get a roof on it. And by the time the building became available for sale, they did the engineering study, and the engineering study was not good. So unfortunately, the building was not salvageable.
When did that go down?
Yes.
They started taking it down a couple days ago. Actually,
It's been
going.
very recent
Like,
last week.
I didn't not drive over this way for
Yeah.
a while and then miss it.
Yeah,
so the
no,
good
it's
news
very
is
quick.
there was a metal roof, looks like they recycled that, and then it looked like they were salvaging some of the architectural pieces.
Yes.
So, it's sad that we're losing the building, but that some of those architectural pieces will live on is the second best thing. So as far as what's gonna go in there next, we don't know. But we'll keep people apprised as we know it.
I'm sure people are gonna be wondering. When that stuff's gonna get cleared out too.
Oh, that's been moving pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've been moving timely on that, and the owner does not dilly-dally. Is the same person that's worked on some other buildings within the village, and they always do top-notch stuff. So that if the building's coming down, it wasn't saved, there's a reason why. It wasn't because of,
Wasn't savable.
yeah,
Yeah,
it just,
we trained on it. They allowed us to train it for the fire department. It went to all the training they wanted to do to one roof. They didn't even dare put the guys upstairs that they were gonna do, they wanted to do upstairs stuff and chief goes, nah. That's just do downstairs.
on a positive note, the Hodge linear river walk sign, temporary sign is up. Dan was out there. And so what we will be looking forward to next is design. Dan, we've got other Dan, we've got to go back, and I don't know what happened with all the old design plans.
They're in the building.
We'll break those out, but we'll go out to redesign. And see what we go from there. But it's great. The Hodge family is absolutely fabulous. So. All right. Any other questions?
No motions after executive session.
No, there won't be any motions after executive.
Great, that's all I got.
All right. With that, in accordance with section 105 of New York State law, dealing with contract issues. I would entertain a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second,
Second at 6:55.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So if you call Noah. 'Cause you have to-
Yeah, does anybody have Noah's phone number? No, we need to, actually, Noah,
I'll just give it to, I can just send an email to Dan and with my phone number. Is that okay, Dan?
Yeah.
well, no,
What is it?
Well, you don't want to say it on the.
Oh, no, it's in regards to the easement. I was just
Okay.
gonna, so,
I'll give you mine. You call me.
No,
Okay.
I'll just send an email right now to Dan and he can call me in.
Yeah,
Will do.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
No,